Back to episode 32 of our slow and immersive on mode run of Baldur's Gate 3. We are back again with Krusk and now Minthara, whom we've rescued from the dungeons of the Moonrise Tower in the previous, well, actually the episode before last. The previous episode was a 2-hour monster episode purely on the respec of Minthara and kind of her character background. I guess let's just go over the quick rundown. Is that, we're playing as Krusk, a level 7 now rogue and fighter. He's a level 4 rogue assassin and a level 7, i.e. level 3 fighter subclass champion. We have completed Act 1 completely solo and ventured into Moonrise. We did get ambushed when we were escorted by the Drider. Krusk then went ahead, took the opportunity, and made sure that the Drider was killed, the caravan was killed, and the people who attacked the caravan were killed, in the ensuing ambush. And thus, nobody really knows what happened. He was there, maybe he wasn't there. But a pretty tough fight, but we did survive. We then proceeded into Moonrise Towers. We did a bit of shopping. We rescued Minthara. We did get her out of the dungeon. Just as the warden came, summoned by Scrying Eyes, we did take out 2 zealots and another 2 kind of torturers and a prison guard of some sort. And in the previous episode, we respec'd Minthara from a paladin, which I didn't think fit her at all, into the Great Old One Warlock. So she will be she's Pact of the Blade. So she's a competent melee warrior. She's wielding Falar Aluva as her pact weapon. She has she's dual wielding hand crossbows as a drow lady should. She's got never misser and Firestoker that we found in Grimforge. She is also kind of running Cruel Sting and Adamantine Longsword just in her backpack, just in case she needs to switch out. We're not going to be doing this very often, but just as we're kind of starting to get to grips with Minthara, we will carry these around and potentially could switch out. We did put Gloves of Dexterity and Disintegrating Nightwalkers on her, as well as the Fistbreaker Helm, at least for now. That's +1 to DC, spell DC, and +1 to Initiative. We did give her the Ring of Protection, or Krusk kindly gave her the Ring of Protection. She's also running Ring of Absolute Force, while Krusk himself... Where are you going, babe? Where are you going, babe? Whereas Krusk himself is now... Oh, sorry, hang on. That's something we need to get back to. Let's put the Gloves of Power on. Sorry, I was just doing some tiny bit of thieving. Excuse me, Whispering Promise. Sorry, which ring did we have? Oh, sorry, guys. I forgot which ring we were running on this guy. Hang on. Okay, now I'm getting confused myself. So we don't normally wear this ring. Oh, free action, of course. Yeah, Ring of Free Action. So Krusk has exchanged the Ring of Protection for a Ring of Free Action, meaning, he doesn't need the AC. He doesn't necessarily need the +1 to saving throws, because the most important saving throw he wanted to defend against was being paralyzed. He also ignores difficult terrain now. He does have Swire's Shoes, gives him acrobatics +1, so resistance to shove, and jump +1.5 meters. Will be especially useful once we stop running the Elixir of Heal Giant Strength. But we are going to run that for a little bit longer, I think, until we get to level 8 or so. We have the Whispering Promise and the Broodmother's Revenge still for extra damage, and those saving throws, 1d4, and for attack rolls. We also found this Derivation Cloak in Balthazar's room. When you poison a foe, heal yourself for 1d4. Not really sure how much use we're going to make of that, to be really honest. But it's okay. So in between... so that's what we did last episode. We kind of respec'd Minthara and, redressed her. We sorted out our inventory in between as well. In terms of spells, so we went Eldritch Blast with Agonizing Blast and whatever it was, Agonizing Blast and Repelling Blast. We got you can see the spells we got. Hold Person, sort of slow. Abbot's Black Tentacle is our level 4. Arms of Hadar, Fear, all this good stuff. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to do... No, actually it's fine. Okay, let's leave it like this. Arms of Hadar, we got the tone of ancient kind of magic with the chromatic orbs, ray of sickness and silence here. We got the cloud of daggers, and the idea behind Minthara's character now is that she's got resilient constitution. She's got +7 to constitution, guys, with advantage from her armor. So she's nigh impossible to shake off her concentration, right? So we just need to up her charisma and find a way to up her spell DC, and she'll be landing big things like slow, hold person, fear, non-stop. For now, we'll probably be focusing on Hunger of Hada and Cloud of Daggers, and you know, again, like she's, once you put this in and they do get upcast, you can't get her, you can't shake her off, basically, right? So she was a very much competent frontline fighter for us, but also kind of a bit of a support, and potentially hold person, people, slowing, etc. That's the sort of the playstyle we're going with. Again, I explained the backstory and all of that in the previous episode, so go ahead and watch that if you'd like. Now, in this episode, we are going to, let's just get back into it.
What to do?
Right, so come on, just get out of camp. We did free the pixie after we killed the Drider, so we're completely fine traveling through. Hang on, let me just check one thing, guys. Sorry. I think my PC is running a little slow because I've got too many videos. That's right. Well, I think I've run out of space on my SSD. Yeah, my PC is taking a while to load. Now it's better, because I'm also recording. So, what's next for our pair? Now we know we need to. Hang on. Actually, the first things first. So we're gonna just talk to Minthara. Get a bit of dialogue maybe, and then we'll decide what to do next.
You wish to consult me?
Do you remember all that you did in the Absolute's name? Or is Ketheric truly invulnerable?
I fought at his side once, shortly after my conversion. Before the battle, he was everything a general should be. A charismatic leader with a brilliant strategic mind. And when the fighting began, he led his troops from the front and cut through the enemy like a scythe through stalks. Blows and arrows rained down on him, and before long, his face was a mask of blood. But he did not fall. He did not even falter. When we won the day, Ketheric's armor was bent and shattered, but his flesh was unmarked.
How is that possible?
I have lived long enough to know that few things are impossible in this world. Ketheric's power is a rare thing, though. I have never seen its like. The necromancer Balthazar is Ketheric's chief advisor. One who has mastery over the dead may well be able to help the living cheated. He is usually in his laboratory, elbow deep in offal, or clinging to his master's side. If he left Moonrise, his mission must be urgent. We should ransack his chambers and see what secrets he keeps for the great general.
We already did ransack his chambers, actually. Because after Minthara was taken to the dungeon, we did talk to Zrel. She directed us to his chambers to get the lantern, and we did take a poke around, look through his diaries. There wasn't much there, to be honest. Okay, thoughts about other companions. Go to camp, wait for me. Okay, you're a paladin. And I mean, how on earth is she a paladin? I discussed it in the previous episode at length, guys. But briefly, like, I don't think paladin fits her at all, first of all. And BG3, I don't think handles evil paladins very well, if that's what she is. And so, yeah, I was very keen to respec her out of that. As well as being kind of nimble, dexterous, cunning, sort of underhand rogue fighter, rather than a heavy armor paladin, which is what you would kind of imagine a paladin to be normally, I think. So yeah, I wasn't really keen. Although there was a scope to make her into like a dexterity-based paladin with Valar Luve and such. But I think she's a character that personifies charisma, and so I think especially the Great Old One Warlock favors her really well, because it would shield her from psychic damage, shield her from any further kind of mind interference. And I think that's kind of where the character is going. Unfortunately, we are going to get a few of these dialogue lines, as I was afraid, where like we're going to refer to her as a paladin. But, that's just the price you pay for that respec. Okay, do you remember all that you did in the Absolute's name?
I was the Absolute's dagger. I remember every throat that it held me to, and every drop of blood it forced me to spill. I take no responsibility for the lives I took. I did nothing in the Absolute's name. I was merely a weapon that it wielded.
I remember the Grove. You seemed to enjoy taking all those lives. You should take the responsibility for your actions. Lose your free will and be forced to kill. That must be horrible. Interesting. I take no responsibility for the lives I took. I did nothing in the Absolute's name. I was merely a weapon that it wielded. I remember the Grove. You seemed to enjoy taking all those lives. To be honest, well, she was... You should take responsibility for your actions. And Krusk isn't the one to, lecture her. I remember the Grove. I mean, I want one, or to lose your free will and be forced to kill. That must be horrible. I guess, yeah. I mean, Krusk doesn't... He is individualistic, right? And one thing he hates is being controlled by others. Hence, he kind of stuck to being a loner, sword for hire assassin, after being kind of betrayed and maybe even forced to do things he didn't want by others. Maybe we go with that, to lose your free will and be forced to kill. That must be horrible. Well, to be honest, it's kind of like we don't like killing. I mean, we don't mind killing. Be forced to kill. That must be horrible. Actually, I remember the Grove. You seem to enjoy taking all those lives. To be honest, yeah, I don't know what she's talking about. I think she did enjoy taking those lives. Let's go with this one.
The tadpole. The Absolute. They work together like a drug. I did not feel I was compelled to act against my will. I felt ecstatic to serve. Every action seemed a deliberate choice. The best choice. Even though I could no more have resisted its commands than flesh can resist decay. Even rational minds like ours cannot reject such a powerful influence. The Absolute can make the impossible seem inevitable.
I'm curious to hear your thoughts. So you're a paladin. What's the nature of your oath? I guess we'll sort of roleplay this as we're asking what used to be the nature of your oath.
I took up my oath long ago, when I swore bloody vengeance against any who defied Lolth. Now, I myself have sinned against the Spider Queen. Though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute.
Or maybe I'm not getting, guys, something about paladins. Maybe I'm thinking of them as completely wrong. As first of all, I always associate paladins is a good guy. And even as we read in the previous episode, even the Oath of Vengeance, the tenets of it fight greater evil and something like root out the wicked. And that's not what she did at all. Now the game also doesn't handle serving an evil deity at all. So I don't know, I think this is just too complex for BG3, although the idea of a paladin serving something like Lolth is great. I love the idea if it actually worked. Now the second thing I don't understand is the oath. How was she an Oath of Vengeance paladin if she's just repledged her allegiance from Lolth to Absolute? And how's it this is, though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute. Who did she swear to? I don't know. It's so convoluted. I don't like it, guys. Let me know if I'm getting it wrong, but I don't like it. I get it as a character now. Yes, she's sworn to destroy the Absolute for what it did to her, and Krusk is on her side. But I feel like as the great old warlock, we sort of made a pact with some sort of unknown, mysterious, ancient entity. And the way I would say we're role-playing this is that she kind of looked within and drew within, and is now just trusting maybe only Krusk, and just decided to rely on herself, abandoning, you know, any of these higher entities or sort of glorified like leaders she used to serve. She kind of found her confidence, found her feet, and found her confidence, kind of inner confidence, to just believe in herself, you know, or maybe Krusk helped her to do that, something like that. Okay, that seems hypocritical, considering you intend to take the power of the Absolute for yourself. It is a noble purpose. Your crusade against the Absolute is nothing more than a convenient excuse for bloodshed. I don't think so. I think she's on a personal... She's not bloodthirsty. It's a noble purpose. Not really. That seems hypocritical, considering you intend to take the power of the Absolute for yourself. Yeah, let's kind of explore her a little bit.
When I have had my vengeance on the cult, I do not know if my oath will still hold. I do know that when I take the Absolute's power, I will not lose control of it as our enemies have. I will harness it to create a more perfect world. Any who object to the laws of that world will have no place in it, of course, and I will gladly eradicate them.
How is she a paladin? Like, honestly, maybe I'm not understanding. Maybe I need to read up on what paladins are in D&D, but I don't understand. She's not a paladin. She's like a murderer. Okay. Pretty cool, though. Okay, so any who object to the laws of that world will have no place in it, of course, and I will gladly eradicate. Well, Krusk will gladly be your champion. So yes, one other thing to note, guys. I mean, we're gonna roleplay this as no more tadpole, since we're on a quest to eradicate the world tadpole. But I did give Minthara. We had 2 tadpoles in our inventory that I was saving, so I gave her Luck of the Far Realms and Cull the Weak, just to kind of buff her a little bit as a melee fighter, and just kind of round out her kit. And I think from now on, I mean, arguably, Shield of Throws would be nice, but I feel we're probably gonna stop on the tadpole here. I hope, you know, I'm not sure how much more there is, but yeah, I think we'll stop on the tadpole from this point on, most likely. All right, now what do we got? We traveled from Path to Kresh Yelek down sort of here. We do know that there was a little bit where we picked up the Drider, so we can go ahead and explore this here a little bit. We do have a quest for investigate the Thor Mausoleum. Don't really know anything. No one actually mentioned the last light in to us, to be honest. So potentially we just kind of go and try and investigate the mausoleum. I mean, let's go ahead and just kind of walk around. Oh, there is vision cones. You see that?
Have to keep going.
Alright, let's see. Minthara and Krusk, and what do we see? Shadow Cursed Harpers. Shadow Cursed Harper. Like, what is this, for example? Undead. Is undead a humanoid? Like, can you hold personage? I wonder. See these zombies. Okay, they're resistant to necrotic, but not to poison, interestingly. Okay, it is dark. Do they have like dark vision, all of these? This one doesn't. This one doesn't. Ooh, we got this Shadow Cursed Harper here on her own. Maybe this is what we open up with Krusk. Ooh, there's a shadow here. But I reckon... let's creep a little closer. And let's do it, guys. Opening combat with Minthara. Now, Krusk could go invisible, because we are going to be shorting... Like, we must take a short rest. Okay, we don't have... It's fine. We don't have Action Surge, but we don't need it, necessarily. Who's like the biggest threat? I feel the biggest threat is this guy, to be honest. I think Minthara could take on this Minthara could take on this archer. But Krusk, maybe let's try and get him into like the middle of this whole thing. Could he like, to be honest, we could kind of approach this, like walk around, get to this guy and open up combat like that. Or shall we just like get Krusk in here and sort of see how we do? Let's go ahead and test our power, guys. I think we'll be completely fine, if I'm honest. With you, I'm gonna separate our guys. Can we climb through here? We do need these guys to be... No, we don't need them to be in light. We need to be in darkness. Yeah, like this guy, for example. Okay, let's just quickly go around with Krusk. Let's grab our babe as well. Let's just find a better position. Let's go on that two-hander. You know, deal with him, and then we do Krusk deals with the rest.
Breathing and move.
Let's explore the town of Rythwin. Krusk is all about positioning and finding the right angle. What is this? House of Healing?
Rythwin House of Healing. Presiding surgeon, Malus Thorn.
Malus.
Don't waste a step.
Okay. Go ahead and get into here. Right. Like so.
Shall see me.
Tower can go in here.
Can't waste any more time.
Our gentleman can come here. Oh yeah, sorry. And what else we did? Sorry, I forgot about thieving. So we stole Scroll of Phantasmal Killer and Conjure Elemental from Volo, because he had some. I was kind of selling him a little bit of junk, and saw that on his person, so decided to just engage in a bit of thievery and steal a couple of powerful things from him. We won't do too much of it, but you know, we will use our sleight of hand. It were pretty difficult rolls actually, like less than about like maybe 50% or so. Anyway, though, I've played for a bit, so I just don't want to get this wrong. Let's go ahead and right. And we're on, guys. We are on. We have another attack and offhand attack. Now, I do not want to deal with this archer. I'm just gonna go for the archer. That is insane, guys. I hope you feel the power. Look at that. We're re-rolling damage. We don't even need Savage Attacker, like, if I'm honest.
Darkness is my home.
Now, Minthara. What have you got for us? Okay, so these must be humanoid. Must be human. Okay, so undead are not humanoid. Makes sense. But you know what? We don't even need spell slots for this. Why do we need a short rest, guys? This is insane. This is absolutely insane. You know what? Let's go ahead and offhand. Now that would be a bonus action that way. Let me see if extra attack actually triggers.
From
Let me
the
go ahead.
shadows.
Hit this thing. Far around to the right. Yeah, we did hit it for 12. We do have the extra attack because maybe that's because we rolled top initiative. Maybe not. Dara does have soul grinding that gives us 3 to 9 fire damage. Movement is increased by 1.5 meters. Ooh, critical miss. Come on, babe. Krusk can kind of stand in front here a little bit. She can sort of like get behind here. Okay, the weapon is actually still burning even though we missed. It's alright, we have a surprise round. Alright. Thara. Come on, babe. Yeah. 10 damage. Let's go ahead and just... So, branding. Crit. There you go, Thara's first kill. Alright, she's still kind of getting into the swing of things. Clearly, because Rusk, however, didn't even need the sneak attack. Jeez, this guy is a beast, guys. Absolute beast.
On your command.
Oh yeah, well, let's not even use a short rest, guys. Pretty crazy. I mean, Minthara, we could actually drink the elixir of. We should do that. How many elixirs of vigilance do we have? Must have some. 2. To be honest, this is gonna be a long day, so there's no reason for Minthara not to. Well, no, actually, we only have 1 short rest left. Okay, we'll try to conserve this one maybe. And you know what?
Let me strike.
You know what we're gonna do? We're going to
I will not fail.
pull back,
Blood comes easy
make
these
these
days.
guys run
Best be
to
on my
us.
way.
Rusk is gonna be a little further in front,
I thirst for combat.
loving our lines. Okay. Yep, this guy with his extra reach pike. Oh, didn't make it. Strength drain. Alright, this guy's stunned.
Yes.
Okay, something's going on with my PC, guys, to be honest. I think it's because when I started the recording, I didn't have too much space. So I'm going to just, after this battle, I'll just pause the recording and restart the game. Let's get Minthara. Reshoot.
Time to
Hit
bleed.
this shadow. Yeah. Come on, Minty. Turn off dual wielding on this guy. Hand. Done. Main hand. Savage.
My victims await.
Absolutely savage, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, okay.
Ready for battle.
Good. Give Minthara some reps. So branding. A little bit of extra movement. Doesn't hurt. 14 meters. Okay, we do get attack opportunity here. Alright, kind of swerve around. 5%. This gentleman. Oh. We didn't kill the shadow.
Choice but to
Right.
keep going.
Alright, Krusk is gonna show her how it's done. Offhand. Oof. How's that? Come on. I actually think this thing hits harder than this guy.
Yes.
Well, I'm not 100% on that. He's frightened. Yeah, disadvantage.
My victims
Alright.
await.
Krusk is gonna give this one to Minthara, and we need soul branding, but why not?
Is that blood? No, no way.
Power. That is power. I'm not gonna heal to full HP. We'll do that. We'll do that next time. Well, we'll do that whenever.
Something good here, Leo.
Do that before the battle with a small potion.
Let's get on my way. Something over there.
Ooh. Black vestiges.
You see a man drain his tankard in an inn as he listens to a flaming fist play the lute. He's better than his uniform might suggest. An older man turns his head away in shame.
That's curious.
His neighbors would not renounce Saluna. Now they hang in the town square. You feel a rush of outrage. This woman worshipped Shah to the end. So why does the Night Singer's curse not spare her?
Okay. Can't trust these entities. These absolutes and such.
What's that?
Okay. Town criers and announcements. The Rythwin town criers note are scribbled across the page. They are undated. Listen up. Fresh bread at the waning moon, free with every order, until supplies run out. News from the towers. Ignore the talk of invading forces. This is a rumor. I repeat, there is no invading force. Leftover corpses. The House of Healing seeks bodies for study. Discretion guaranteed. Attention, boy missing, age 9. If found, return to Freya Tentos at Toll House. Reward. Okay.
Was that a click I heard? There's something about these plaques.
But loss, pain, olds, rise. Our Mr. When our Lady of Loss.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Yeah, we got our Lady. Right.
I wonder what that did.
Yeah. Our Lady of Loss and Pain. Something shall rise.
The curse has no effect here. What is this place?
Sort of Temple of Shar, but to be honest, I don't think we really need to go here right now. We're gonna leave this for a little bit later, I think. Yep, I think so. Black Oleander. Yeah, okay. Let's keep going. Or should we go in there? I guess why not? Like maybe we do go in there. Fine, let's go in there. I guess we found it, right? It's kind of off theme. I've never actually been here. To be honest, I think I've forgotten about it with Taco and Lizelle in the end. Yeah, we never actually come down here. And with Finn and Linus, we passed some checks, but we never went inside. So let's have a look. What is this? Back.
Are you bold of heart and sharp of tongue? Can you turn any and all to the Dark Lady's cause?
Saving throw. Charisma. So of course, need you even say it? Charisma saving throw.
Do you accept Shah's test of your intellect?
Not an acceptance. An untested mind is a dull mind. It's 3 proficiency. Leave, to be honest. Intelligence, charisma, and probably what, wisdom?
Do you think yourself wise enough to be granted Shah's blessing?
Nod. You feel like a veritable sage after all you've experienced of late. Wisdom. Let's leave. Okay, we know they're riddles. Actually, I don't think this is the time. So we're gonna leave these. Yeah, Crossbow doesn't really like these types of riddles, so we'll leave these for now. Our saving throws aren't too high, and this thing isn't going anywhere. Yeah, sorry, I reminded myself. And I'm not sure, to be honest, we can improve our situation. Maybe. With some, like, items, but, I don't remember, to be really honest. I'm just thinking, like, where should we go from here? Guess we could. Oh, I guess let's open this other defense. Get some of the order of things. We can find the mausoleum.
Might be useful.
And are we really gonna go inside though? Tombstone. More tombstones.
That's curious.
Skeleton here, bonded by love, wife's diary. In the 5th year of our union, we faced the biggest hurdle yet. My parents became quite ill and we became their caretakers. It was a dark and difficult time, filled with emergencies of every possible type. Gone were the easeful days in which our time was our own. Our days were filled with work, each other, and little else. During our darkest moments, I wondered if we'd survive it. But the bond of love we had was resilient. It could bend and bend and bend, but it would not break, no matter the pressure. Okay, True Love's Caress. One of a magical pair of rings. This allows the wearer to receive warding bond from a creature wearing a matching ring. Where's the matching ring then? Maybe there. No. Where's the matching ring? Maybe this guy? Are we? Can't get this guy. Okay, I'm not sure. Ah, let's just press on, I guess. Maybe there's no way. Graveyard Diary.
Come on, open up.
Problem for Krusk. Graveyard Diary. The moment is nigh. War has been brewing. Now it overflows. When Ketherick turned us toward Shah, I followed him, in appearance if not in heart. This is my home, and I would not be removed from it, no matter what. I watched at a distance as the darkness here grew, as Ketherick's grief brought him farther and farther from life itself. As he gathered his army, I prayed for his defeat. As the harpers march upon our little village, our little beautiful village, I can only hope Ketherick will be felled at last, and Rythwin will begin to heal from this nightmare. Didn't happen. Boots of Apparent Death. These boots are the wearer to cast Feign Death once per short rest. Yeah. Not Krusk's style. To be honest, guys. Corpse Rose. Alright, grab that. Tombstones. Creepy Mausoleums. Ice Bite Robes, Armor of Agathis, level 3 abjuration spell, grants resistance to cold damage. That's a cool robe. Level 3, that's 15 HP and 15 cold damage. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's recruit damage.
Piles of bodies. Very old by the looks of them. Our hero thought but of treasure ahead, did not consider the peace of the dead. Through the dark he went creeping, and awoke what was sleeping. A new grave they dug, which he himself fed.
A warning, no less. Don't tell me a word about me. Krusk is smug, kind of cheeky a little bit. How long have you been standing around practicing this little recital? And if this guy's toying with us, I think Krusk has a sense of humor, right? A warning, no less. Don't tell me you're worried about me.
Merely protecting my assets. I've grown quite fond of you, you know, in my way. I thought it only fair to warn you about the dangers ahead.
Dangers are those? Yeah, we can handle ourselves, but you know, it's always good to find out more.
Oh, we both know they are soon to be revealed. It would be pointless of me to try to bar you from entering, but I can set the scene, as it were, prepare you for your role.
I know my role, even if you don't. It is to kill Ketherick. It's fine. Paint me a picture. We can engage. Like Krusk, you know, he wants to like get some intel on, you know, on the objective from whatever source it comes from. How do you even know there's danger ahead? Yeah, he obviously knows he's a devil. Yeah, fine. Paint me a picture.
There is a stage down in the dark upon which a great drama has suspended itself in time. Its actors dwell there still, mired in the languor of their long-tired scenes. If you, however, through the dark, go creeping and awake what is sleeping, chances are many more graves than yours alone will soon be fed.
Paint me a clearer picture than that. Let's go ahead. We got guidance. We got hero beginnings. I still don't understand how that works. I don't think I ever will, if I'm really honest. Paint me a clearer picture than that.
Very well. There is a creature that lurks in silence and shadow. A creature who, like me, is very much of the infernal persuasion. Should it make its way out through the very doors you are about to brazenly swing open, you'll have unleashed a pestilence upon this realm. In truth, it is carnage incarnate. So if you meet the devil of which I speak, kill it. Consider no other course of action.
Insight. You're still only telling me half of what you really know. I can tell. Oof, yeah. Oh, we got bonuses galore. Yeah, that's 22 insight. Yeah, I can't fool Krusk.
This creature and I go back a long way. I admit it would be in my best interest as well should it remain trapped in the dark. Or misplace its head, perhaps. I should not relish its reacquaintance. Let's leave it at that.
Sounds like an acquaintance I'd quite like to make, actually. Zero coward. No, just say fair enough.
You have it in you to author a thrilling finale if you heed this warning. Do not underestimate this opponent. At best, you will have the blink of an eye to strike. Strike first, strike true, defy the odds, for they are distinctly in its favor. That much I owe the bastard to concede. After all, if there is one rule I hold dear, it's that one must always give the devil his due.
Yeah. Yeah. He certainly has the odds in his favor. Okay, well, we do have the mausoleum here.
Generations of Ketheric's family are buried here.
Okay, well, I think it's a little early to go there. I mean, I know the story kind of pushes us there, but I mean, there's a lot more here. The Krusk did see the road leading up to...
Something over there.
Oh, nice. Leading up to, through the Shadowfell into Moonrise Towers, so he knows there's more there. He knows there's those Harpers that ambushed the Drider. They're kind of out there. Let's go ahead and get this waypoint discovered. And kind of just explore a little bit. But we did potentially observations on the Shadow Curse. This field research on the Shadow Curse was quelled by a cleric of the god of the morning sun, Lathander. They were not particularly clever or insightful in their observations, but whatever nuances lacking in interpretations is made up for in spades with determination. It seems with an eager and hopeful heart, the cleric set out to reach the deepest part of the cursed area to conduct an analysis, though based on these blood-smeared pages near the book's end, you guess they did not get so far as they'd have liked. Alright, didn't make it, the Cleric of the Thunder. Yeah, but let's go ahead and explore a little bit. I kind of see... Ooh, and look what we see from here. Yeah, I guess this is what Krusk... I mean, I kind of thought it would be a bit odd for Krusk to look for the last light in since he's never seen it. But we'll certainly see it now. Alright, well, let's go. Let's go down to the bank, have a look. What is that mysterious... some sort of tavern, right? Wrapped in some sort of dome. That sounds like, looks like something Krusk would like to see. Perception failed. All right. guess, well, a little healing up wouldn't hurt. But the rest, I guess we can heal during combat. What is inside this house? A wooden chest. There we are. Boom. Okay, unfortunately we didn't spot the ambush, but we did win initiative. That is a positive. Now.
Ready for battle.
Minthara, this is your moment. So look at these chiefs here. We got Cursed Kuatoa, just 341 HP, but here we have these gentlemen, 2 chiefs. This is exactly what Minthara was made for. And I don't even know, guys. I'm torn between Hunger of Hadar on this and Everett's Black Tentacles. Alright, I mean, just look at this. This is just crazy. Lightning vulnerability, cold vulnerability.
Right away.
Oh, dear me, gentlemen. You are in the wrong place. You lot are in the wrong place. You are like most surely in the wrong place. Oof. Still has an offhand, or let's just brand our weapons and draw them in. Break line of sight, right? Draw them in. That's Minthara. This gentleman, however, I don't even think we need much from him, to be really honest. Or do we main hand him and then we can just yeah. No, let's offhand him. Now let's main hand and then we can just get out from here with a cunning action dash, right? Main hand. Shadow Blade assassinate with advantage. Okay, this is really frustrating now. Okay, 12 piercing, 8 poison. Sneak attack. Sorry about this, guys. Okay, I'm gonna restart the game. I promised to do that after the last time. Let me just have a look quickly. Yeah, maybe I need to just restart my PC. Sorry about that, but okay, this guy is not dead, so offhand. Now he's dead. He is very much dead now. Okay, so let's stand here and now turn. Jeez. Oh no, I didn't quite get far enough, did he? Doing? Oh, that breaking through walls. Come on. Seriously. If not this, then something else. Like first episode of Minthara. Not this nonsense with the game life. Oh, yeah. This is. No. Oh, no, they got out. Those guys didn't get out. Let's see. Some of them might, but as they come out, wait, hang on. Let's test.
Unleash.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, well, we only get 2 of these blasts, right? Unfortunately. Cross can take care of the 2 guys that have come out. We do have, the repelling blast. Okay, interesting. Let's see how this worked. Was hit. Hang on. What we're supposed to do the repelling blast on them? When you get a creature, you can push a creature up to 4.5 meters away from you. Hit for 11. I guess they resisted. Didn't really show a DC. This guy could certainly it for him. And Thara can just safely stand here. She's got Eldritch Blast. She's got a bunch of things. Krusk is going to draw these gentlemen out. Right, how's he going to do that exactly? Well, he could just push this guy like back inside that thing, drenched. Who knows? Let's try it. Oh no! Oh no! Failure. Oh, it's a little sad. That is a little sad. I do kind of want them all to just come here so that Minthara can do something else nasty to them. He's gonna take an attack. One attack opportunity is okay. Yeah. Not that we have a ton of AC though, to be honest, since we've given Minthara our ring. Yeah, let's kind of just check this out like so. Let's see. Boom, 18. It's not too, to be honest, debilitating. We could both get up here and do like Ever's Black Tentacle all over this place, immune to ensnare. So. Yeah. Can't be restrained or paralyzed, right? With the Ring of Reaction. Yeah, that guy's dead. A couple of guys are dead. Out of here, gentlemen. Minthara. Kuatoa Chief and this 16 HP guy. Can we... Let's try this again with the Eldritch Blast. Good practice for us. See if this happens. Oh, yeah. There was an arrow there, I just know. Yeah. Nice. Back in there. We do have an offhand.
Still on my feet.
Let's keep it. What do we have here? Drenched. We could do an arrow on those guys of lightning. Let's give it a go. Ooh. Sneak attack, all of that potentially. Zapped. This guy's very much dead. Krusk is gonna keep blocking them from coming closer. Got 16, 12. Ooh. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear, guys. The power. Power is unreal here. Boom, 10 damage. Again, we have the Eldritch Blast. Yep, come. Krusk is ready for you, gentlemen. Oh, actually, these are full HP. You gotta be mindful of that. Look at that. Boom. I mean, I could easily, right now, I mean, if we wanted to just, guys, go completely crazy, we could just do Hunger of Hadar here. I mean, we're gonna short rest. Actually, you know what? We're not gonna short rest even after this. Even though I do want the action surge, but I don't think we need to. I'm gonna heal with Krusk. He's probably gonna get hit and we'll have to heal after anyway. Right, but Shadow Blade on the 40 guy. We could actually kill him. Nope, didn't happen. No crit. Sad.
Fresh orders.
Okay. Again, we do have the Eldritch Blasts. Got a bunch of things here. But these are all kind of you know, things we're gonna lose. So let's go ahead and get these Kuatoa Chiefs. Potentially. Yeah, back in Hunger of Hadar. Are they still drenched? Yeah, they're drenched, so you know they are gonna suffer. We could shoot somebody. Yeah, to be honest, might as well just offhand. Like this guy. Oh, 2. Well, yeah, I guess it's our offhand. I mean, the main reason we have it is really and honestly for the yeah, when we start getting arcane acuity, which I think we will with Thara, yeah, we'll need that offhand to gain 4 per turn and lose 1. So we'll gain effectively net of 3. Then an offhand attack, that will give us 5 arcane acuity, and with the main action, we'll be able to cast spells. It's gonna be dirty, guys. Dirty, dirty, dirty. So the trick I've learned is that it's better to main hand. Do not react. Because if you have an offhand left, you can actually turn on dual wielding, and then you're offhand. And you still have dual wielding turned on. And so if they run, you attack with both attacks. Oh, look at these gentlemen. They still want more. God. Just 2. Come on. Revolves. Revolves. Ooh, 20. Oh, they're still there. Boom. This guy, I'm not sure what happened to him. I'm not even sure what happened to him. Just exploded. Just exploded. What are you doing? What you doing, fool? Ooh. Oh.
Where do I go from here?
Hang on a minute. This isn't. Oh, I should have done that with Minthara's offhand. Oh, mistake. Mistake. Certainly a mistake. Offhand. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Crush. We'll finish both of these next turn. Ooh, crit. Frightened. Disadvantage on attacks.
Can't even catch my breath.
Yeah, his bomb is gonna. Ooh, wow.
I need to hold on.
This could get very, very spicy. No way, come on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Ooh.
I need to hold on.
Did he actually come up with 1? No, he didn't. Jesus. Wow. That was unfortunate. That's it for you, sir. Alright, we got Thara here, though. We still with just this one guy. Where are you going? Where are you going? Cross. Stand where you are. Ooh.
I need to hold on.
What are you doing, man?
Still alive.
Okay.
So that's progress.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna pause the recording, I think, and just I'll loot here all of this, and I will continue. But I will restart the game in the meantime. Okay? Just give me 1 second. Just gonna save the game. Yep. See you in a second. Hello guys, and we are back. Sorry for the cut. I didn't actually loot anything. To be honest, we're up on the hour, and you know what? I think I'm gonna need to restart my PC, and therefore restart the recording. So let's go ahead and just. I mean, I'll loot all of this kind of in between episodes as well. But something happened. I think I started the recording with only like 100 gigabytes of space, so something is happening with the PC. Maybe I just didn't restart it since morning, but. Yeah, I clearly need to. But you saw, I guess, the power here. Pretty good fight. I don't think I've ever had this fight go this easy. Powerful movement. Paralyzed or restrained. Colossus. Yeah, I mean, you obviously saw it for yourself. I mean, even with Talquir and Lae'zel, this fight, you know, was a little tough. With Findan, Linus obviously was blind, so it's the first time they even did it. So yeah, it's not a hard fight, but just take note.
Gone fishing. Catch you later, Ellis.
But let's just all, you know, take a moment to appreciate we're both level 7 here. And that was like no problem. I mean, cross-can, I did almost die, but that's just me being complacent. But yeah. You know, that's that. And I mean, we only used one spell slots on Minthara as well. So, you know, let's just consider all of that. In the next episode, we'll probably head over kind of to see what that tavern looks like. We might explore this cave first, though. We are very, very close, guys, to level 8. But yeah, let's go ahead and make a cut here, make this a little shorter. I will then post it together with the 2-hour monster, you know, Minthara respec episode. Yeah, but I hope you're enjoying this, guys, and I hope you can see the potential, the synergies. Let me know if I'm missing anything. Like, let me know if you know any clever tricks. But guys, like, we haven't even. We just that way. I mean, we're just getting started. Is what I'm trying to say. Imagine when we get whole monster. We could have gone fear. Like, this is too good, too good. Once we get 18 charisma on this lady, Krusk probably will go with medium armor master. I'm now almost certain of it. Because Savage Attacker, we kind of have a mini Savage Attacker built in Knife of the Mountain King, and I'm not even sure if we really need the Savage Attacker. I mean, from my reading on the internet, the way it works is that you make a roll. If it's a 1 or a 2, you re-roll, right? And then you roll the damage dice again. Something like that. Like, I'm not sure what order. Because Savage Attacker lets you roll your damage die twice and pick the highest one. And I guess I would think that you roll your damage twice, you pick the highest one. So let's say you roll like a 1 and a 6, then obviously you just take the 6 from Savage Attacker. But if Savage Attacker rolls a 1 and a 2, then you re-roll both of those die and still take the higher one. That's how it will be logical mathematically, right? So that you take advantage of both. Because first you roll for the higher roll. What if you roll like a 2 and a 3? You just pick the 3. But no, actually logically you should, on the 1, you should pick a 3 as your 1 dice, but the one on you roll the 2 on should be re-rolled yet again because of Knife of the Anti-Mountain King. And you should then, for example, get a 4, and you could get a 4. So Savage Attacker will help, but I mean with the 1 die 6, like 1 or 2 is kind of, you never roll a 1 or 2 here. Well, no, this when you roll 2 damage or less, you re-roll the dice, taking the highest result. Yeah, so I guess, well, it's not really true. You never get a 1 or a 2, but you need to roll 1 twice. Or you roll 1, you re-roll, and you roll 2 a second time. So Savage Attacker probably will actually still help, but it's not priority number 1. Dexterity is not priority number 1 because we're still winning initiative on everything. We are not going to get any more AC from Dex. And our +1 to damage and attack roll is currently being kind of covered by strength. But as I said, to use our drain ability, kind of little power properly, it would be nice to get to 20 dex. But I think for now we're going to go with medium armor master, put our adamantine armor on, and become that front. Raise our AC by 1. We'll see if maybe we'll bring back the ring for Krusk. We'll see. We'll see what we do. But yeah, we kind of need. I'd like him to be at like 20 AC as we head further. Ideally, we'll see. We'll see if we can get that. Anyway, though, guys, for now, thank you a lot for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the respec and how it works. And I'll see you the next time, in the next episode. Bye for now.